Alright, boys, today and, well, yesterday, we got, like, so many sneaks from Rell. It's actually crazy, and I have some things to say. I want to speculate on some stuff, and yeah, let's get into it. And I'm not gonna waste your time. We're gonna get into the biggest thing first, the movie 3 trailer. Honestly, I think the sneaks were more info given than the trailer, but I guess if you're a fan of maps like me, you're gonna like this trailer. Now I'm only going over Rell 4. As you can see, we have a Den Mushi, which means the chat is not going to be global. It's only going to be near you. Now I'm gonna kind of rapid fire this because we have a lot to get through. Here's a hockey clash. Yes, I know it's sick. Here is Phoenix. Phoenix actually looks dope. They went with a semi-original design, I guess. He's really fat, which makes him seem like that one bird from what show was it? Shoot, I don't know the show, but you get me. He looks like the bird from that one show. Then we have an underwater boss sneak, which, I mean, it's just crazy that we're getting underwater actual, like, human-like bosses and not just these sea beasts and stuff that all other games do. And then the next thing we see is Katami's entrance sneak. We kind of saw this boss in movie 2, but, I mean, here's just the entrance for it. Every boss, I think, every single boss is going to have an entrance animation, which is just sick. It adds immersion. But let's get on to the next thing because this is the thing I'm the most hyped about. But before we get into that, I'm sorry if you hear any audio glitching. That's something I can't really fix. It's just a glitch with my editing software. I'm sorry if you hear it. I'll try to fix it next video. I'll try to search it up. But I want to get this video out. And these are just two bosses that we've already seen. We saw the stagger for Gecko Moria and you getting eaten by the thing from Impel Down. Now, this is what I want to talk about, because we really need to talk about this. Now, this is crazy. They completely redid basically the whole entire shipbuilding system. It's actually crazy. It looks so good. I'm glad they did like the water wheels on the side and not behind. And if you look top left, you can see all the cannon options. It looks like there's a chunky cannon. I don't know what the hell that's about. But you can see the ship stats are now actually put into the game. You can actually see them. Movie 1, we didn't have those. So I'm praying movie 3 is going to save us. That's kind of it for this, but you can see every texture has been reworked. I'm pretty sure you can change... Yeah, you can change sail colors now. There's different loadouts for your ship, which is just insane. And let's get on to the next thing. And we also have a ship grade system. Sorry, I know we were getting on to the next thing, but we have a ship grading system. If you look below ship stats, that's a grade system. I think we have that same exact thing for our characters, like our builds. But yeah, that's just cool that they're doing it for builds and ship systems. Or ship grading. I don't know, man. Now, if you see this boss entrance, it's actually like, you know, it's another cutscene. But another thing they showed in this was a poster flying at you, which just adds for immersion. It adds to make a better experience. I mean, like, what? Posters? Like the One Piece show? Anyways, here we're seeing a Phoenix actually implemented in the game. We've already seen these sneaks that they're going over right now. I mean, it's good for people who haven't seen them because they were Discord sneaks, but this is where it gets crazy. Alabasta in C3. Rell 4. Rell Framework version 4. C3 is going to be insane. Now, the only thing I'm scared about is how big this island is. Look at how big it is. That is like the whole entirety of a Blox Fruit Sea. Take that in for a second. And the two more issues I have with this are Hades Asylum, Impel Down, is supposed to be in the middle of like the combat. Or like between the combats, I think. I don't know. I can't really remember where it was, but it's supposed to be near Sea Beast because it's hard to get into. If it's just right next to Alabasta, that's kind of annoying. And also, Relatier is here. And Relatier is supposed to be in the middle of the ocean to help people who don't have food and not at an island. And this wouldn't make sense because why would Baratier be in Alabasta, where there is basically no food? See, it just doesn't make sense to me. Hopefully, they just put that there for scale and it's not actually going to be there. But Rell Bros, if you're watching this, please move it somewhere else and please move Hades Asylum somewhere else. If these were just for, like, showcasing how big the map was, that's fine. But if Relatier and Hades Asylum are there, I am going to beat you up. Anyways, that's my only gripes with this. The Rell Casino is pretty cool. Honestly, I love gambling. And as you can see on screen, everything in the game has gone to finalized texture, which is just amazing. And also, you can interrogate NPCs and bosses for info and for them to join your crew, which is just another good thing for players, solo players, which this is nice. Them joining your crew, I hope they can go on land with you because I am basically a solo player. And I love NPCs coming with me. Like, I love the Final Fantasy games because there are, like, you have a team with you. I get that those are single player games and not multiplayer, but like it's gonna help you fight against groups of players. And I hope if the bosses do join your crew and that wasn't just like a mix up of words that they said, I pray that they are nerfed because I'm not trying to get rolled by Gecko Moria absolutely teleporting everywhere, or freaking Kaido if he's a boss absolutely slaughtering me. Obviously, Kaido's going to be a boss, but probably later down the line. Or maybe mesh bosses won't be able to join your crew because obviously they're mesh bosses and they are not fitting on a ship. But yeah, that's kind of all I have to say about this trailer. Let's get into the massive amount of sneaks they posted. Yes, I'm sorry this is a longer video, but come on, let me get that bag. Now, the first thing I want to go over is how to get fruits. We finally have a confirmed method of how to get fruits, armors, and weapons. Treasure hunting system. It's a variant of finding those things, which I think is just cool, so we don't all have to PvP to get the same thing. So basically, what I got from this is you could fight Gecko Moria to get his scissors, or you could treasure hunt to get his scissors. You can find fruits under trees, or you can find them from treasure hunting. You can probably find fruits from fighting ships too. I'm just a GPO fiend, I can't lie. Well, I was a GPO fiend. I'm not a GPO fiend anymore. But I'm gonna need ice. I'm gonna need ice, Rell bros. I'm gonna need ice. You're gonna have to give me ice. I'm gonna beg you guys in DMs to give me ice when the game releases. Now, another thing you nerds like me might like is every NPC is rendered cliently using a custom occlusion system. This new framework makes it able to run hundreds, they say, of NPCs server-wide. Sub saw this first, but it is a big and important update for the big open world exploration of Rell Seas. God, I can't talk. But basically, what this means is, well, I'll show you. Now, this is what it means. Look at when he turns around, they just kind of load in. The only issue I could see with this is you turn around and there's already an NPC sprinting at you like his life depends on it, and he absolutely throttles you and kills you when you can't see him because they loaded in very slow. But I'm assuming this is an in-depth version of the system. I assume they're going to polish it much more, and we're actually going to be able to see them instantly. Now, another really big thing for exploration is these grappling hooks. You can grapple hook onto any surface, I would assume, any like edge. I hope, I pray. And then you can also grapple hook on the zip lines, which I just think is cool. Like, I could be on a sky island, throw myself off, grapple onto that zip line, and I'm out of there and you can't catch me. Now, the last thing we are going to be talking about is the clothing / armors. This armor looks amazing. I love the more like fantasy type of stuff that they're putting in this game and not just sticking strictly to One Piece looks, which is it's just nice to have a bunch of options. Like, if they had still One Piece options and fantasy options and steampunk options and cyberpunk options, like, I'd be completely fine with that. Like, that would be sick. Like, endless customization options always make for like various like looks players can have. Like, if you look in GPO and Blox Fruits, well, I guess not Blox Fruits, but if you look in GPO, everybody has basically the same fits because they need that armor buff. And I hope this game doesn't turn into that. I hope there's many armors with like the same buffs. I know that would make for like a bad thing, but also a really good thing because people wouldn't look the exact same. And I just think it's really good that we're getting a whole bunch of customization options. Yes, I know I repeated myself. I'm sorry. And then the last cool little thing, I'll just let you listen to it. You know, bullets can fly past you and make that noise. Pretty sick. I mean, it's a small feature, but it really helps with immersion. Like, imagine you're running away from a dude with a minigun and you just hear all the shots behind you. That'd be crazy. Now, another thing I want us to appreciate, I don't have any on hand right now, is the music in this game. Just them making their own music for the game is just so much nicer than every other game just being devoid of any music or being filled with copyrighted music. They're making their own music for this game, which really not many other Roblox games have done. Roblox MMORPGs, I know like TDX has, and many other games have actually done that. But the popular ones, so I just think it's a really nice feature. And that's gonna wrap up today's video. Peace. Hope you enjoyed. Sorry it was a longer one. But as I said earlier, let me get that bag. And hope you have a good one.